Hey there guys, Cubmaster Ben coming at you on a Sunday evening. It's beautiful weather outside, so hopefully you're outside playing in this gorgeous weather like we have here in Oklahoma. Alright, but for those of you that are inside, we had a special request on one of our other videos from last weekend, our hiking video, from Miss Libby Van Buren about, she's a wolf leader, and she's requesting that we talk about the yo-yo adventure for her wolf den. So Miss Libby and your wolves, this is out for you guys. Alright, so we're going to talk about the yo-yo adventure for wolves. Real simple, real easy, quick adventure. This is a new adventure for Cub Scouts, available all the way from tigers all the way up, guys, until your Arrow of Light Scouts can earn the pin. It's a kind of a fun adventure, especially if the Scouts never had a yo-yo before. Alright, and this is a good basics way for them to learn about yo-yos, alright? So the first thing we need to talk about is the safety rules. So safeties of yo-yos, you're like, Mr. Ben, safety and yo-yos, it seems kind of silly. Why are we so concerned about that? Well, guys, to be honest with you, yo-yos were at one point a weapon. They were believed to be used for hunting and self-defense. And yo-yos were first discovered to be used right around 600 BC. So it's a couple thousand years ago, long time ago. So they've been around, everybody's used them since then for some reason or another, and it just happens to be that here in 2020, they are a source of entertainment, all right? Number two, we're gonna talk about how do we find the proper yo-yo string length for you. So here in just a second, we're gonna cut out and there will be a quick picture to show you, but you're gonna take the yo-yo and you're gonna place the yo-yo all the way on the ground, right? And you're gonna set it on the ground and you're gonna put your hand at your belly button. Now what you want is you want the string to be the top of the string at your belly button, and you want the yo-yo to be on the ground, okay? So for me, my yo-yo string is actually about 1 inch too short, but that's okay, all right? You then want to use about 2 to 3 inches above the top of the string where your finger is, and you want to create an overhand knot with that. So you're going to take it, loop around your finger, right, and make your overhand knot, which looks like this. All right, and it's going to create this loop. Now what this loop does is this loop allows you to make the slip knot, which is our next task. Why is length important, and how to make our overhand, or how to make our slip knot. All right, so we're going to take our loop, right, with our overhand knot. We're going to put it through put our string through it, okay, so we have a second loop created. All right, and this is going to be the loop right here that we put our finger through. Okay, now I use my middle finger. You'll see a lot of yo-yo folks use their middle finger, and it's because it's easy for you to secure the yo-yo in your hand while you use it. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about why is that length important? Why that specific length? Well, that length, guys, is so that when you're standing up and standing tall, that when you throw your yo-yo down, it doesn't smack into the ground, right? Maybe you're going to throw it out this way, or you're going to do one of those cool tricks where you throw it out and around and it loops in the air, right? This allows you enough string to be able to have it out away from your body so your body is safe, but then it also gives enough, not too much string so it's not flying all over the place, right? All right, so talk about properly stringing our yo-yo real quick. So there's a couple different ways you can wind and string your yo-yo. Stringing your yo-yo is merely the term referred to putting a string on your yo-yo. So you'll notice when you get a yo-yo, whether you buy a new string or you buy a new yo-yo, if you take the string off and look at it, you'll notice two primary things about the string, right? One, you'll notice that it's wound extremely tight around to what is called the axle of the yo-yo, which is that centerpiece right there where the string sits, all right? So we're gonna pull the string off so you can see it. All right, so the second thing you'll notice about your string is it's wound tight, okay? It's two pieces of string wound together, all right? And this is what holds it in place on your axle. So you're just gonna loosen it up enough to get it on your axle, okay? Let it out. All right. And get it all out, right? So I'm waiting for mine. Mine was spinning a little bit at the bottom, so I got it out, okay? And now you're gonna string and actually wind the string around your yo-yo. So you're gonna take it, these two pieces are referred to as the wheel, and I'm gonna take my finger and place it just right over the hole, or this open space here, just enough that when I pass my string over the top of it, it holds it in place, okay? And what this does is this kind of anchors the string so that as we start to spool it around it, it doesn't just sit there and spin and spin and spin, okay? So we've got the string anchored in place once, twice. I like to do 3 times just to be safe. Then I move my finger out of the way and continue winding my yo-yo all the way up. All right. And then I like to set my yo-yo right here. So my middle finger wraps around it, my thumb's on one side and my pinky's on the other. And that's the way I hold mine. That's best for me, that's most comfortable. Sometimes I'll put my first finger here instead. So whatever's a comfortable grip for you guys is what you're gonna use, all right? So we're gonna talk about the pendulum effect real quick with your yo-yo. So the pendulum effect merely talks about the energy it takes for your yo-yo to swing back and forth, or any object to swing back and forth in an arcing motion, right? So with the yo-yo, you'll notice there is a trick you can do like this. This is called the pendulum. It's kind of a fun trick you can do once you get effective at yo-yoing. You'll notice that it doesn't always work. Sometimes, you know, even people who are very good at it have the time, right? So there you go, right? And so what exactly is a pendulum? Well, a pendulum is an object that's suspended by a string or a stick, something in the air, and it swings back and forth in an arcing motion when something pushes on it, or, you know, moves it in a direction. So it swings back and forth. And we do talk about long pendulums, short pendulums. Long pendulums take more energy. Obviously, they're longer. Maybe if you take a string on a tennis ball, right, and maybe tie it to something out at the playground like the swing set and push it, right, you'll notice it takes a long arc and it swings out back and forth, right? The swing itself at your playground is a pendulum, okay? And then obviously a short one, not as much energy to move it, not as much space it takes up. All right, talk about properly winding a yo-yo. We already talked about that. Make sure your string is tight. You don't want it to be bunched up or knotted up in here, because then you won't be able to use it. All right, and then lastly, we're going to talk about demonstrating the gravity pull. So the gravity pull is the basic trick on how to use your yo-yo, make it go up and down. Depending on the type of yo-yo you have, some of them will do what's called sleeping, and that's staying at the bottom, continuously rotating due to the way it's made without coming back up the string immediately. So in this case, we're using a Butterfly XT from Duncan, right? That's just the one we prefer to use for this. So you're gonna take your yo-yo, all right? You're gonna put it in your hand, okay? And you want your string to be running over the top of the axle to your finger, all right? So we're gonna curl our arm up, all right? We're gonna take it and we're gonna roll our hand forward and just let it fall. And then you're gonna slightly pull on it to get it to come back up, all right? So again, you're gonna come from here, take it forward, let it fall. All right, and I'll add in a video here at the end so that you can see that in full effect, all right? So there's lots of things you can do, guys, with yo-yo. There's lots of videos on how to, and what to do, different ways to operate your yo-yo, different kinds of yo-yos. But the yo-yo is completely up to you, what you like, what you're comfortable with, what kind of cool colors you like, all that stuff. Trust me, there's hundreds and thousands of them, and they go from, you know, maybe $1 or $2 to a couple of $100. You would be surprised how much a yo-yo can cost. But it's a fun activity, so I urge you guys to try it out. Again, we're going to demonstrate real quick the belly button to floor. I'll find the link for you, the gravity pull, and we'll throw a couple other things in there just for your guys' enjoyment. So from me to you, you guys have a great day. Enjoy the yo-yos, and send me a link below, or tell us what your favorite trick is that you've learned. Have a good one, guys. Very simple. Just take it, roll it out, let it drop, and bring it back up. It takes some practice to get it down, but it does. You can get it, all right? I do. Mine sleeps a little bit at the bottom, right? So it stays down there continually spinning, but it does work. So check this out. You got, like, you know, maybe you want to take the dog for a walk, but it's raining outside. That's okay. Get your yo-yo to sleep and just go ahead and take it for a walk. Right? It's not going to pee in the house. You don't have to feed it. It's the easiest pet you will ever have next to a pet rock. All right. Then you got the pendulum, like we showed you guys earlier. Okay. And the trick is getting it to come back up afterwards, right? And then you've got around the world, which is a big crazy trick, right? You got this, and then you just go ahead and take it, spin it. Oh, and catch it. Don't let mom catch you doing that in the kitchen. I don't think she'd be real happy if you smacked into her cabinet full of dishes, right? So make sure you do a trick like that where there's enough space. Obviously, there's enough room forward and backward, right? So I've got enough room going this way to do that, all right? But you guys go ahead and have fun. You know, show me your cool tricks. We'll show you a couple videos of a couple of our scouts here trying to knock out their yo-yo skills, right? We got a wolf, a lion, and maybe our barrel jump in, show you guys.